If you're considering moving abroad and you're confused, here are some important points and reasons why I think you should consider moving to Finland. And you know, when it comes to moving to Finland, you can move with your family. Well, guys, if you're new to my channel, my name is Martin from Finance Oracle. For my old subscriber, welcome back to my channel. I welcome you today. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to keep sharing this content. Okay? Yeah. Well, we all know that many countries today have adjusted their migration system, especially when it comes to moving abroad with your family. I mean, countries like UK, Canada is seriously working on this. Even currently Australia, some people are currently saying they should close their border. I mean, they should stop mass migration to Australia. So you can see that many countries are currently closing their system. But for a country like Finland, Finland is widely open right now. But maybe in future we don't know what will happen. So for Finland, you can actually move with your family even without any restriction. And if you move to Finland with your dependents, okay, you are going to have your dependents study free of charge, just like it happens in most part of the world, okay? And your dependent can work while you as a student can also work for a whole 30 hours. You know, if you go to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, a number of other places, you can only work for 20 hours as a student. But in Finland, students are allowed to work for 30 good hours. So that gives you more money on the table, more food on the table, and more fun to take care of yourself. So you can see this is a great opportunity. And not just that you're going to work, your dependent will also work. Okay, so this is unlike you can rest. Yeah, and again is that if you are the main applicant and your dependent, one on arrival is going to attend an integrated program. You know, this integration program allows him to integrate into Finland. What are the things you need to do in Finland? How can you integrate into the society? The things you need to know about Finland and how you can get moving, including basic language program. And in this integration program, he is going to be paid. He or she will be paid. So whoever, while you're working, within the period of integration, which happens immediately you arrive, your dependent also get paid until the period of integration is over. And that gives you the opportunity to get into the system, find a job for yourself, and start working, okay? Yeah. So then, like I said, in this integration program, they're going to tell them step by step everything they need to stay and live in Finland and perform very well in Finland, okay? And if you live in Finland for 4 years, you can apply for your permanent residency. Sorry, my voice is not too good, I'm not feeling fine. Yeah, you can apply for permanent residency. And if you're able to learn their language, then you will be able to apply for citizenship, because Finnish language is one of the requirements to become a citizen of Finland. And you know the beautiful thing, the Finnish passport is the second, the Finland passport is the second strongest passport in the world. So you can see with this you can travel up to 191 countries visa free. So that means almost all the countries of the world you can travel with the Finland passport visa free. 191 countries visa free. This passport is stronger than Australian passport, US passport, UK passport, and even Canada passport. It is number 2 passport in the whole world. So there's a great opportunity. I mean, if you become a Finland citizen, okay? And if you are coming to Finland to study, their requirements are very limited. I mean, compared to the other part of the world. Not because the education system is not strong. The education system is still one of the strongest. Finland, Sweden, those places, they've got great education system. But then their requirement is you need to have a credit 6 in maths, 6 in physics, in English. But for some of the ones, they will ask you not more than C4 or not less than C4. So if it's less than C4, they will not take. But for Finland, if you have a 6 in English, 6 in maths, and of course other subjects, they will take you and they give you admission. So it is quite easy. There is no requirement for IELTS, Just your credit in English covers that, okay? And the issues like if you go to Canada currently, they are struggling with accommodation, right? Yeah, there's nothing like accommodation challenges in Finland. In fact, one thing I love about Finland is that they prepare much ahead of time. As I speak to you, there is a project which is going on in Finland. They are building houses, thousands of empty houses. They are preparing for the next 5 years. By the next 5 years, they will be preparing for the next 5 years. They know that a lot of people could come, there could be population surge, there could be immigration surge, so they are ready to accommodate that number of people. So currently now, there is enough accommodation to take care of you if you arrive Finland. In fact, if you arrive Finland today, tomorrow you can actually get an accommodation. But the question is, you have to keep your bucks to pay for it, right? I mean, it's not expensive. I mean, compared to the UK and other places. But what I'm trying to say is that, of course, it's not free accommodation. So there are accommodation. Where you may have challenges that if you want to live in the school hostel, then you might have to be on the waiting list. And the simple reason behind that is because the school hostel is partially subsidized by the government, so it is cheap, and for you to be able to get it, you need to be in the waiting list because a number of people have applied and are in the waiting list. Okay, so that is about accommodation. So you don't really have to think much about accommodation. But another good thing about Finland, which I would like to share with you, is that after you have graduated from Finland and you decide to go for an additional course, let's say you have done a bachelor's in nursing, I want to do an additional course, a master's in nursing or postgraduate or whatever, you do not need to pay. It is entirely free of charge because you've already studied. By the way, it was always free to study in Finland, but currently now some of the schools are charging. Okay, the government have introduced this policy, but still, for a second degree you want to do in Finland, you do not need to pay. Another great thing about Finland, another great information or very important information you need to know about Finland is that the weather is very cold. I mean, it's one of the Scandinavian countries. So if you are living in a hot region area and suddenly you want to go to Finland, then you might really find it very difficult to integrate into the system. But I mean, it's not so difficult. I mean, people are integrating. All you need to do is to pad yourself, learn how to pad yourself properly, wear all the sweater, wear tight clothes, and you're not just joking anyway, but you pad yourself and slowly you'll get used to it. So that is one important thing you also need to know about Finland. Now, one advice I have for you before you go to study in Finland or in any country of the world, any part of the world, is that you should consider the job market before you study. For example, many people just want to study, so they look for a very easy course, something that is not competitive, and they get out there. And once they get there, they realize that after they study, they realize it's a bit difficult to find a job to integrate into the society, to get a postgraduate stay and all the rest of them. So remember to always look out for courses that could keep you back, that could always give you a postgraduate job and an opportunity to keep working. Another great information I would like to share with you is for you to also search for courses that can allow you to have an industrial attachment. The reason is that for a country or a course that you study 1 year in the industry, before you could finish the industrial attachment and you do your job very well, you are most likely to be retained. So that makes it very easy for you to find a job, okay? Because there is already a position where they've given you the opportunity to do industrial attachment. So once you do it very well, then it becomes an advantage for you to integrate, okay? So guys, today Finland is open. Some years ago, Canada was open. They were taking people, students. UK was open, taking students, in thousands. Australia, US, many other countries. But today that they are closed. They are no longer, seeking for so many students. The same way Finland is open today, tomorrow it might not really be open. So take advantage of it if you really want to move, and consider applying right now before it gets closer. So guys, this is what I have for you today. Tomorrow, in my next video, I'll try to give you information about cheap universities you can apply in Finland and probably other part of the world. And I hope this video was helpful. If this video was helpful, why not give it a like? And I want to say 100 people watch my video and just 5 give it a like. I want as much people that can like it so that others will also see this video and, you know, watch it also, because the more you like my video, the more YouTube recommend it to other people who will be having interest or who may be having interest in areas like this. So guys, I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day. Cheers.